Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our last faction focus Sunday of the year, and that is because we are actually at the last faction for the Total War Rome 2 Grand Campaign. So we did it all, guys. It has been like 7-8 months, but we did it. We've worked our way through all the factions once a week, and god damn it, guys, I just want to say thank you for all the love and support on all the last videos on this entire series. I don't know why, but it keeps being one of the best viewed on the channel so far. So with that being said, and thank you guys again, let's get into our last one, which is a little bit of a weird faction named Cochis. As the Black Seas, of course, we have the minus 50% public order and plus 15% morale during battles in own or allied territory. We have Trade Crossroads plus 50% trade, and we have Golden Legacy plus 2 Hellenic cultural influence in all of our provinces. So let me get on the field and I'll see you guys in a second. So here we are on the field as the Cochis, and as you can see, we start with one teeny tiny little settlement in the Cochis province, which is Thasis, which is on the side of the Black Sea, a little bit below the Bosporus. So above Armenia, to the side of Pontus and Trapezoros. That is where we start off. And if we take a look at our diplomacy, we can see that we are pretty decent in our reliability, but we don't have too many friends. So we only have one trade agreement with the Siraches and another Groucho Pact, but they don't really like us that much. But they are neutral positive, so that is fine. The Armenians hate us and Pontus hates us, and we are at war with Trapezoros. So basically it kind of throws you down the well of going south, taking out Armenia, because they probably declare war on you, take out Trapezoros, take out Pontus, take this province line, take this province line, take this province line. So you'll have your chunk carved out for you. And from there, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, basically. So let's take a look at our Colchisan armies. So we are a Hellenic faction, which might surprise you since we see only the Eastern units. So we start with 2 armies, both just Eastern Spearmen, Slingers, and some Cav unit. And our general are Colchian nobles, which are pretty fucking decent heavy spears to begin with. So after take a look at our first segment, I just ended the turn just to see if there were any different buildings, but you start with the muster field already constructed, and that is very nice because that gives you the ability to start building Hillman, hoplites, and Eastern javelins, whereas without them you can just build the basic Eastern spearmen, Eastern slingers kind of thing. So if we take a look at this, Hillman, hoplites, javelins, steady, solid line units. At your missile range line, we get access to horse archers, Eastern archers, and peltists. We've gone through this so many times. Horse skirmishers, and the tier 4 just gives you nothing. So basically tier 3 and the rest is pretty much useless, because I don't see a point of using missile craft horse skirmishers when you have ability to superior horse archers. But hey, that is just my point of view. If you want to build a tier 3 or tier 4, go for it. Most of your infantry line and your units line will come from the Holisodros barracks and the continuation of that line, which at tier 2 gives you access to Citizen Cav and Axemen. So again, Hellenic and Eastern influences. At tier 3, it will give you Noble Blood Cav and the Cartly Axemen. And at tier 4, it gives you Hippes Lancers, so your Shock Cav and your Colchian Nobles, your heavy spears. So your basic lines for troops are pretty meager, I would say. You have your hoplites as a standing, like, holding force, and maybe after that your Colchian Nobles. But that's basically your entire holding force. You do have access and upgradable Axemen that you can hold out for the either the support line of the front line or the support at the flanks. but you don't get your heavy shock calf in which you can really do the rear charges with. So you have to be careful with your crappy citizen calf or your pretty decent noble blood calf. But at tier 4 you actually start messing with people with a front line, maybe culture nobles that are just nearly fucking unkillable, and then just have the hit base lancers and Cardly X-Men just swoop around and do back shots here, left, right, and center. But yeah, you do have a very limited option of recruitment. So with that, you do have enough that beats you to beat everything that you're facing, basically. So with the horse archers, go for the hoplites, heavy armor, missile resistant, and just a bunch of slingers. You can easily get rid of that. Armenians are basically the same, and they field always a shit ton of Eastern Spearmen. So with a few X-Men, you will be able to deal with most of that. I think you're gonna struggle a little bit more with like the Hellenic factions, Pergamon, Athens, Macedon. If they go this way, or if you want to go that way, with their heavy hoplite lines, you don't really have too big of an answer. Yeah, the X-Men will be good at killing them, but they will be better at the back or at the sides. Like up front, I don't think that would be very beneficial for you. And of course, yeah, the successor states will have will field quite a bit of diversity, which you have to overcome with your minor spread of units. With that being said, I don't think there's not much to talk about else, because it's a very small faction. You really have to build everything from the ground up, which can be a very interesting, very fun campaign. But it will take some time. This is not like a Rome Steamroll campaign. No, you're gonna struggle for quite some time. Well, maybe not struggle, but you're definitely not gonna steamroll until you get towards tier 3, tier 4. Or you just have to be complacent with replacing every army nearly every turn, because basic Eastern Spearmen just die. But if we take a look at this as well, your first enemy already starts recruiting and has stone walls, so you're really gonna have to out recruit and outspend him if you want to make a dent in this. So you have to expand quickly with very minor units. But with that being said, I think it could be a very interesting campaign, and as this is Total War campaign, it's going to be difficult. But honestly, I think you have a better starting position with just the one settlement than maybe Armenia with 3 settlements. Because since these guys and these guys are at least, what is it, 4 turns away. If we take a forced march, we can get over here. So that is 2 turns of forced march, and that's 3 turns of forced march. The Trapezos is maybe 2 turns of forced march. So you might be able to conquer at least this city, maybe even this one, before you actually have to start defending your settlements. And then you can either go towards Armenia and Trapezos at the same time, swoop down, while your northern territories will be pretty much defended by the mountain ranges. So it can be a very interesting start of a This is Total War campaign. And I think with that being said, I think that is done. I think we are done with the last faction focus of Total War Rome 2. So I already hosted a poll a few months ago, but I'm gonna host it again once we near the end of this. And I'd really like some suggestions on what to do next. So I was debating on going all in with all the historical battles, see if we can get a little bit of a storyline in doing that. Or if we want to have some more how-to videos or more rating videos on what campaign is the best, what campaign is the worst, that sort of jazz. Or if we do just want to start another campaign series in either a modded or a challenge campaign format. So let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you want to see. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for all the love and support on this entire series, for how long this year has been going. And I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Peace.